Hello students, today we will continue our differentiation. In previous class what we have done is dy dx of x to the power n is n, x is to the power n minus 1. This was our fundamental formula and we have proved by first principle method. Today we will take the following formula: dy dx of sin x is cos x, dy dx of cos x is minus sin x, dy dx of tan x x square x, dy dx of cot x minus cos x square x, dy dx of sec x is sec x tan x, and dy dx of cosec x is minus cosec x tan x. All these formulas will be proved by first principle method or ab initio method. Let us have a proof of dy dx of sin x. Just see to it, dy dx of sin x you have to prove as cos x. So I have taken let fx is equals to sin x. Therefore f of x plus h will be sin of x plus h. Applying formula dy dx of fx is equals to limit h tends to 0 fx plus h minus fx by h. Instead of this we can say by definition of differentiation also. So substitute the value fx is sin x, dy dx of sin x, limit h tends to 0, fx plus h is sin x plus h, and fx is again sin x. So sin c minus sin d formula will be applied here. That is 2 cos c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2. Cos c plus d by 2, this is c, this is d, x plus x by 2 and x plus h minus x by 2. Here x will be cancelled and we will get h by 2. So again I am taking this as separate, limit h tends to 0 cos 2x plus h upon 2 into, again I have separated this limit, limit h tends to 0, sin h by 2 is remaining, this h and this 2 is taken in denominator. To make this formula as limit theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta is equals to 1. So this becomes 1 and this function remains 2x upon 2 is x plus h by 2. Substitute h is equals to 0, so we get d by dx of sin x to be cos x. In the same manner you can derive the other formulas. Okay. Now let us see a few examples based on the formula d by dx of sin x is equals to cos x and cos x is minus sin x and so on. We have taken here it is given if y is equals to e raised to the power log tan x to the base e, find dy by dx. So we have taken y is equals to e raised to the power log tan x, differentiating both sides with respect to x. So this becomes dy by dx of e raised to the power log tan x. Now the value of this e raised to the power log tan x will be tan x. How? Just see that. E raised to the power log tan x, the value of this is tan x. So I have taken let e is equals to e raised to the power log tan x. Applying both side log. This means log of e, log of e raised to the power log tan x. Log m raised to the power n is n log m. Formula is log m raised to the power n is n log m. So this becomes log tan x into log e to the base e. The value of log e to the base e is 1. So this will be 1 and then we'll get log tan x. Now both side log is there. If you take out the log, you get p is equals to tan x. And we have supposed to p as e raised to the power log tan x. So e raised to the power log tan x we got to be tan x. So instead of e raised to the power log tan x, we have written tan x. In examination, you can no need to explain this. You can write directly e raised to the power log tan x as tan x. How it has come, I have explained here. Now d by dx of tan x is x square x. This is the answer. See another example for this. If y is equals to sin x by 2 minus cos x by 2 whole square, then find the value of dy by dx at x is equals to pi by 6. So what we have done, first we have applied formula a minus b whole square, that is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Then again sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1 minus 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2 will be sin theta by the formula of sin theta is 2 sin theta cos theta. So now differentiating both sides with respect to x, d by dx of y into d by dx of this quantity. So d by dx of 1 will be 0 minus d by dx of sin x is cos x. We have to find the value at x is equals to pi by 6. Pi by 6 means that is 30 degree. Okay, so dy by dx at x is equals to pi by 6 minus cos. Instead of x you have to apply pi by 6. Pi by 6 is 30 and cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So we got the answer minus root 3 by 2. Other examples you can see from the book. I'll just give you the copy of it. We'll proceed now. Okay. In continuation of differentiation, just see that differential of product of two functions. That means d by dx of f1x into f2x. What it means? It means, suppose you have to find d by dx of e raised to power x cos x. So this is the product of two function. Two function means d by dx of first function into second function. So the formula for this is d by dx of f1x into f2x is first function, d by dx of second function plus second function, d by dx of first function. Either you can have it second function d by dx of first function plus first function d by dx of second function. Like that also you can have it. So how to prove it? Again the proof will be done by first principle method or ab initio method as we have done in previous proof also. Just see, let fx is equals to f1x into f2x. Therefore fx plus h will be f1x plus h, f2x plus h. Applying formula d by dx of fx is equals to limit h tends to 0 f(x) plus h minus fx by h. Substitute the value, instead of fx you put f1x, f2x. And for fx plus h, f1x plus h, f2x plus h, and fx, f1x and f2x upon h. Now here what I am doing, I am adding f1x plus h, f2x minus and plus f1x plus h, f2x plus h to get the formula. Now from these two steps, what I am going to do, I am going to break it. f1x plus h, f2x plus h minus f1x plus f1x plus h, f2x upon h plus this function and this function will be broken into two parts and same with limit. Now from this first part I will take f1x plus h common and from second part I will take f2x common. So from first part when I take f1x plus h common, I will get f2x plus h minus f2x by h, and from second part when I take f2x common I will get f1x plus h minus f1x by h. Here you can see f2x plus h when I have taken common f1x plus h, I get f2x plus h minus f2x. Now I know this is the formula for d by dx of f2x. So let us separate this also. Limit h tends to 0 f1x plus h into limit h tends to 0 of this quantity plus here there is no function of h, so no need to write limit here. This is taken out and limit h tends to 0 f1x plus h minus f1x by h. Now this one is the formula for d by dx of f2x, and here if you substitute the value of h is equals to 0, d by dx of f2x this is term plus f2x and this is d by dx of f1x. So ultimately when substituting in place of h is equals to 0, we got the formula, that is f1x will come d by dx of f2x plus f2x d by dx of f1x. Now this particular formula can be written like this also. f1x d by dx of f2x can be written as f2 dash x, dash means first derivative of f2x plus f2x and d by dx of f1x can be written as f1 dash x. Now this is the formula for product of two functions. In the same manner, if it is given d by dx of e raised to power x upon sin x, that is d by dx of first function upon second function. The formula for this will be, we can take it as numerator and denominator. Denominator d by dx of numerator minus numerator d by dx of denominator upon denominator square. And proof of this you can see from the book. It is done just like this one only. Okay, let us continue this with few more examples.